What's going on, everyone? It's Rylan with Rylan's Amazing Photography, and welcome to today's video where I'm out here and I'm going to be doing some bird photography. It's the time of year where bird photography is at one of its peaks because it's fall. The leaves are starting to change colors, which are making for some beautiful colors in the photos, as well as the leaves are starting to fall, which is making it easier to find birds in the trees. And that's good because not all birds have started going south for the winter yet, because it's still early to mid-fall, so they're still green, but there's also starting to be orange and red and yellow, as well as bare spots in the trees, which is really good for bird photography. In today's video, I'm going to be primarily shooting with my Nikon D500 and my 200 to 500 millimeter f5.6 Nikkor lens. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to head back in this direction, and hopefully I'm going to have some pretty good luck today finding some birds. So back here behind me, back in this direction, has been a pretty popular spot for birds recently, because not only are there walnut trees, which the birds will peck at and eat some walnuts. Not all birds will, but some will here and there. But the main reason that it's pretty popular with the birds right now is because there are some berries on some trees back there. I'm not sure what the trees are, I'm not sure what the berries are, but birds love to eat them. They look similar to grapes, but they're a lot smaller. At first I thought maybe it was pokeweed, which is also known as elderberry, but this is actually in a tree, so it's not that. I'm gonna go back in this direction, and hopefully we're gonna see some birds over in that area, whether it be a robin or a blue jay or a cardinal or whatever. Hopefully we'll have some luck. There are some robins up in here in this tree with the berries. They're moving around more than what robins usually do, so it's kind of difficult for me to get a shot. It sounds like something bigger is moving back in that direction as well, so I might hear. Okay, I see a bird. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, it's actually just a robin. I know there's some robins in this tree as well, so I'm just gonna kind of wait around and hopefully get a shot of one of them. Hopefully at some point it'll come a little bit closer to me, or it'll move into a position where I have a much better angle of it, because right now I don't, and there's no point in me trying to make a shot when there's not one. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video off here, and hopefully I'll get a photo and put it on your screens in just 1 second. As you all saw, I did get a shot of a robin. It was an okay shot. It wasn't my best work, but nonetheless it was a shot of the robin by some of the berries. So right now I'm under a tree, and you're probably thinking, that looks a little bit different. I've not saw that before. And that's because I've never filmed in this location in my 2 years roughly of doing YouTube. I've never filmed here in this spot, and that's because during the summer and spring months this area through here is grown up, and typically in the fall and winter months it's not very busy through here. But right now the hay has been cut, so this area is nice and mowed, and the grass and undergrowth and stuff is low to the ground, so I'm able to walk through here without any problems. And there's actually birds and bird activity through this area, which is different than usual. So I am making the most of it right now, and I've been coming through this area a decent amount for about the past week, and I've had some luck. So I'm hoping today is going to prove to be the same luck as the previous few days in this week. So I just saw a fox squirrel. I didn't get the best shot, but the light was shining through really good when it came out. It's kind of cloudy now. It's been overcast most of the time I've been filming, but every now and then the sun is poking through the clouds. Got a pretty nice shot of it. It had a walnut in its mouth, I believe. So I'm gonna flash that up on your screens, and let me remind you, I'm not going to have a lot of video footage because I am moving and walking around, and when I'm not stationary like in a blind, it's really difficult for me to get video footage of subjects because I'm shooting with the DSLR. If I was shooting with the mirrorless camera, I could look through the EVF and get a decent video maybe and hold it pretty steady, but it's really difficult to do that on a DSLR, so I do apologize if I don't have a lot of video footage of the subjects, if any. But we're gonna keep going, and hopefully I'm gonna see some birds, because right now I saw a robin and a squirrel, which is it's okay, but it's not great. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on, and we'll see what our next subject or next little adventure is going to be. So I've saw a couple of things while I've been here. I've saw some bluebirds. I've saw a Vireo. I feel like there's something that goes in front of that name, but it's the yellow bird is what it is. You saw the picture. I got some pretty good shots of that. I was really happy with those. Those were the best shots that I've ever gotten of a Vireo. So I can't really complain. I think I'm pronouncing that right. It's literally video, except take out the D and put an R. So it would be Vireo, I assume. Anyways, I got some pretty good shots of that. I got some pretty decent shots of bluebirds. I got at least one that I think will turn out. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and move on in one of these directions. I don't know where. Hopefully it's gonna be okay. Hopefully I'm gonna do pretty good. And hopefully I'm gonna see some more animals and some more birds. It's been a pretty decent video. I've got some pretty decent photos, but could always be better, and that's what I tell myself. I keep myself at those standards. So I'm making a decision. Gonna go this way, and hopefully I'm gonna see some birds. Okay, so I definitely chose the right direction to go. I've had a lot of luck in the past hour or so, and I'm gonna tell you all about it, and then as I talk about it, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the image on the screen as I talk about it. So the first thing that I saw was a northern flicker. If you're not familiar with that bird, they're a pretty large woodpecker. They're probably the second largest woodpecker in Kentucky, if I'm guessing, because I believe a pileated woodpecker is the largest, and this is just a little bit smaller than it. It's got like a purplish belly. It has a red mark under its neck, like a lot of woodpeckers do. The photo I got of it was nothing really fantastic, but it's a decent photo. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and throw that photo on your screens. So the second thing I saw was a white-breasted nuthatch, and it's one of the smallest woodpeckers. At least I assume it's in the woodpecker family. I'm like 99% sure it is. It's a beautiful little bird. It's got a white belly, and it has blue feathers on its backside. It looks a lot like a blue jay, except it's much smaller. That they like to crawl up like the sides of trees, like on the actual trunk of the tree or on larger branches, and it will peck into the tree, searching for like bugs and stuff. So I'm pretty sure I got a decent shot of it, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on your screen right now. So this is a white-breasted nuthatch. So the next thing I saw was a goldfinch, actually. And it looks different this time of a year. Usually they're really bright yellow, and they'll have like black spots on their wings, but I almost didn't recognize this as a goldfinch. But I'm pretty sure that it is. If it's not, I'll correct myself on the screen, but I'm like 99% sure it's a goldfinch. And it was sitting up in a tree, had been flying around quite a bit, and I finally got a pretty good picture of it perched on a branch. And there's not a lot of distractions around it, and there's some pretty nice fall colors and some fall foliage in the photo. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the photo of the goldfinch on your screens now. The next bird that I saw is a pretty stereotypical bird that I see almost every time I go out, especially in the fall and the winter, and that is a tufted titmouse. I got one of the closer up photos I've ever got of one. It's really good. I think it's gonna turn out great. My exposure isn't spot on, but I think it's nothing that I can't fix in post. I'm really excited to see what you all think about it. I think it's pretty nice. So it's really detailed, really sharp. I checked it on my LCD, and of course you can only tell so much on there, but I can tell that this is going to make a pretty good image. And keep in mind when you look at it, it's not cropped. I might have rotated it a little bit, so it might be a little cropped in, but I believe my horizon's straight and I shouldn't have to crop, and it's just that close up of an image. I got insanely close to this bird, and it made for a pretty great photo. The final bird that I saw on this trip is definitely one that I'm the most excited about, because I have never saw this bird in person until today, and I got some photos of it in some really pretty fall colored leaves, and I'm beyond excited about that. And the bird that I'm talking about is a Cedar Waxwing. Now, I'm not sure if they are native to Kentucky, or if this bird was just passing through to head south for the winter. I'm not sure. Cedar waxwings do fly south for the winter. I'm not a huge expert on them because I've never photographed one before, so there's not really a lot that I know. But I do know that it's an absolute gorgeous bird, and when I saw it, I was literally so excited, and I just kept moving inches and inches at a time closer to the bird until I finally got a pretty decent shot, and I got pretty decently close to the bird, and I was happy with it. And once that happened, I just kind of left it alone because it's such a beautiful bird. I did not want to scare it off. So there's at least one good photo of a Cedar Waxwing, but it's possible there's more than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the Cedar Waxwing photo or photos on your screen right now, and then I'm going to touch base with you all again and close the video. So that is all I've got for today's video. I think I got some pretty decent bird shots. I was definitely happy with them, especially the ones of the Vireo. Those were just something that I would have never imagined myself seeing in Kentucky. Even though I knew that they were in Kentucky, it's just like they look like a tropical bird. So I was really excited about photographing them. Let me know what you all think about today's video down below in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. That really does help me out a lot. Share this video with some friends. In the pinned comment down below in the comment section by myself, you can see that there's a website link that will say www.rollinsamazingphotography.com/links. If you click that, it'll take you over to my Instagram. It will allow you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will show you my print shop, where I have some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful prints that you can purchase to hang in your place of work, in your home, or basically wherever you want. And if you use the code RAP5, you can get 5% off your order. That is all I have for today's video. If you did enjoy, like I said, leave a comment, let me know. But thanks so much for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing day.